Welcome back to Bonneyville on Transport Fever 2 on PlayStation 5 on my channel with me, your host, Long John Silver. How are you? Are you good? I hope you're good. We're all good. I think, mainly, here, anyway. What have we been up to? We've been up to stuff. I got these all set up now, and they're functioning. So we're getting stuff moving along. I made this thing larger. I connected this up, but it's the same issue with supply and demand, etc., that we've had before. And I've also got that problem in Columnar. We'll have a look at that in a second, and we'll have a look at what caused that, just so you're aware it comes to troubleshooting or anything. So we are picking stuff up here, and we are sending it off around the map. Now that creates a demand from this refinery. This refinery creates a demand from this place and this place. But this place is supplying everything this place needs. So then the demand here is 0. So what that means is either we need to increase the demand elsewhere where we're shipping this stuff, or not take from here to create demand over there. So that's how the system works. So there's no point in connecting this with trucks. I've got it set up. We do have the possibility of adding in trucks when it's time to add in trucks, but we don't need to use it just yet. The rocks is going good, and the wheat is going good, and they're all winding their way over here to Ubeda. And Ubeta's doing fine. You can see it's got stuff happening. It's got things stacking up. We've got some oil that needs to be that's backing up, needs to be transferred around to what you call it, Palencia. We've got food, which is stacking up, which is great because the factory here, the food factory, is still not getting everything it needs. So we can definitely add more. So we're definitely working on this place needing more stuff. You can see here, for example, we could add in more trucks here. We can definitely add in more trucks here. So because we have now created a larger demand, so we're not just feeding Ubeda, we're feeding a whole bunch of places now. In fact, we're running food all the way back down here as well to Villa de Cans, and there's food being picked up at Villa de Cans. Because of all of that, we very much can add in more supply. So that's fine. This place is producing. We're not really on top of plastics, but that's to be expected. There's only one plastics place. And as a consequence, Ubaid is getting a little bit of everything, which is great. We need way more fuel. We need way more food. We're not doing too bad on bricks and goods because it's not exactly high demand at the minute. But we are making bricks here, which is great because then we can start exporting bricks to other places. So stuff is happening, and this is starting to grow. And I've been around and I've gradually been replacing some of these horse-drawn things with the little steam-powered things, which is fine. These things will be replaced pretty quickly, if I recall, from the timeline, but we haven't by any means finished all of them. So there's still no, not on this lines. There are still horse-drawn carts running around. Are they running around down here? No. I've replaced quite a lot, but I haven't replaced them all. What about down here? No? Okay, I'm guessing now. Still guessing. Anybody guessing? I swear there's still some somewhere. I bet you there are. There must be. There is, isn't there? No? There are. I tell you. Wait a minute. Look. You see, because I was doing this... So there, look, see, there's things here, there's lots of these, and they're not in great condition, a lot of them, and they still need replaced. And honestly, I'm replacing 40 at a time, and it's still, I have 908 vehicles, so it's trying to keep up, you know, and we've got nearly $500 million in cash, and I'm just spending money like water. It's craziness, it's absolute bananas. Pardon me. I've also been going through and here on the trains, I've been replacing some of the trains, and I've been upgrading them with the 10-wheeler where possible. The difference here being, like, even on shorter lines, because this guy has a higher power rating and a higher tractive effort rating, he'll start off faster. He'll come up to top speed faster, and he'll make the trip just a little bit shorter than this guy. I mean, as well as obviously making the trains longer than this guy, he'll just do the trip a little bit quicker. So even on the shorter routes, just using the slightly more powerful loco makes the whole business a little bit faster. And you can see that this one here. He is just heading off. Shortage of steel, 81 out of 140 steel. I say shortage of steel. There's a lot of stuff going around. You can see here we've got a whole variety of people with different needs, and again, that's sort of the way the game works in terms of portioning out who gets what. When when the when the trains arrive and you have all this stuff here, the virtual stevedore manager decides out of the great big pile of bricks who's getting how many of each proportion based on where it's going and what they need, etc. And the game does that all invisibly. Gosh, imagine if you had to manage that yourself. Oh, painful. Anyway, so we're improving things, we're managing things, right? Things are happening. I haven't connected this up, but that's that. What went wrong? Well, this went a bit weird. I say wrong. There's nothing here, right? You see, well, and I used to have an awful lot of trucks here, and I had to sell an awful lot of them because this is now being fulfilled more from this line. So we're bringing wheat across the map to make money here, which is fine. And then we have trucks picking up the wheat and they're bringing it over here. But the demand on here, we've not quite managed to nail the shipment side of things just yet. So that's a back end thing. So we're being sort of held here at this one at 1, and we haven't moved on to 2. What that means is this demand has dropped, which means this guy is producing less. So when it was only this place supplying here, we had 3 times as many trucks carrying that stuff. But now that we're getting more product in from another source, the demand here has dropped off because we're also picking up demand from somewhere else. So that's what happens. So you need to manage that. Oh, and we're also now supplying it with a boat as well. So we've increased the supply, but we haven't increased the demand. So that means that the game is like, well, you're supplying me with lots of stuff, so I'll start asking everybody for less. So this place has dropped off because we've done that. So that's fine. Our boats, which are down here, this one's an empty one. That is down here. Not making me a vast amount of money, sadly. Running at a loss, one might say. They just take so long. I mean, we're doing something, but it's like we're just doing something, and that's part of the issue with boats. This is very long. This is not, ironically, this is not a cost-effective way to ship this stuff. So there you go. That's the way it goes. Maybe we could do something different with this. Maybe we could ship some stuff over here and pick it up and then run it up to this place over here, which is in desperate need of more product. I don't know. Maybe it's worth a try, and then we could replace the boat here with increased trucks here to make a bit more money, and then maybe these boats would actually make a bit of money. And then we got trucks. Whatever. There's stuff. Maybe we need to fiddle about with that. Right. So, I also connected this guy up. I connected him up, but I haven't done anything. Why? Well, I don't know what to do with. I could probably run trucks over here with logs, and this guy would buy it, and it would make me some money. I don't know if I need that amount of money because it's not going to be a lot. It's going to be a couple of grand per truck, maybe. And I'm making 22 million, so I'm like, is this actually worth my time managing this? Do I not need it? I could make timber here, and I could send it over here, but that then causes the problem that I've just spoken to you about, which is this place is supplying the timber that's going to this place. So if I add more timber, it means that I'm adding costs because I have to get these trucks to come all the way over here to drop off the timber. They'll probably come back, pick up logs, and drop off again, and that's fine. But there's a negative space here, and it would cause the demand for this product to drop off. Would that negatively affect this? I mean, it looks like it needs a lot more wood, but yeah, so I'm not sure there's a benefit in looping that into the system. Now, the other negative side is because of what I've done with this, and because this timber mill and the train station and the transport hub are all together. If I drop timber off here, I can't I can't easily ship it elsewhere because this then affects this supply and demand chain. And then we have trucks picking up timber and taking it over here, which is already loaded with timber anyway. So we're already exceeding what we need over there. So we've got an abundance of timber. And then the timber would get confused in the supply chain. I'd have to I'd have to pull the timber somewhere separately over here maybe so that it got stored for transport off site. And then if it got stored for transport off site, where would I be sending it? I could send it all the way up here, and I thought about that. I thought about completing this line around the outside and sending the timber up here. But this is already loaded with timber. so I'm like, well, he's already got more enough timber he needs. So then where do I put it? And it's like, I could put it here, which is fine. He needs more timber. But he already seems to have timber. So where's the timber supply going on this one? That's going to Coleslaw. Coleslaw is taking all of my timber. What are they taking it for? They're taking it for their machines plant. So yeah, so it's hard sometimes when you pull this stuff together. That we're sending a lot of timber here, but it's not necessarily getting pulled over here. Which is interesting. And that's also probably because the tool's demand isn't being met elsewhere. So all of these chains and managing all of these chains is how you organize all that stuff. So I have temporarily been working through some of those things. And as I've said before, this game is dynamic, so everything is changing as everything changes. So you periodically have to do. So I spent a few hours actually going around making sure that all those things were working. And then I was changing train lengths and messing about with things and all the rest of it. So that's what I've been doing. This steel, I had a look at this steel as well, and I was like, well, we could do with steel, and if we had steel here, we could be making goods over here because of the plastic and everything else and all the rest of it. And I thought, well, how are we going to do that? We could set up a mini little train line, between these little places. We could have like a little Y-shaped thing with train stations. So we'd have a train here that would pick up the coal and it would drop the coal off, and then it would go over here and pick up the ore and drop the ore off and come back here and pick up the coal and and just keep doing that. And you could do it on that side as well. And then you would have that working for you. We'd probably end up with an overabundance of coal and not enough ore. But that's that we could do that. I just haven't done it. I'm just again. Do I really feel that I'm desperately in need of it? It wouldn't hurt. It probably wouldn't hurt because then I can get this goods working. Because all we need here is basically to run a tunnel through, and we can run some trucks through, and the trucks would pull the plastics through, and then we'd have a hub here with trucks that would run steel through, and then we would have goods. And we could do something with that. Blah 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 blah. Somehow. So that's a possibility. I haven't done that, which is interesting. So there you go. That's where I've kind of gotten to with with everything. So there you are. But anyway, that's not why we're here. Why we're here is we want to have a look at this. We want to have a look at this passenger route up I called it coast, but riverside. This is a big river, so it's the riverside. Do rivers have coast? No, they don't. They do not have coast. So we want to set down a passenger terminus. Now I'm also painfully aware that there's this train line here, um, and it's a freight line, and ooh, what are we going to do with that? Sort of depends on where we put the passenger line, because I think someone has to go underground, or overground, but someone has to go somewhere, um, and um, and it depends. So passenger terminuses. This is a passenger station. This is a passenger terminus station. I think for here we're going to be looking at a passenger terminus, and we're probably going to want it to be very long, right? So it's going to look like that somewhere, somehow along the line, which makes it quite lengthy. And where do we want to put it? Well, what do passenger trains service? Well, they service people, and this is where all the people are. So it would make sense, as you saw with this, if you put the station, as it were, here, it automatically services all of those places in its catchment, and all of those people will walk to the train station to get a train. If we were to put it there, it services a lot of the industry, which is great, but we're not. That'll pick up some commuters and things, but we probably want to focus on the residential side of things down here. So, over here would get us a little bit more people, and then we just need to, we add in a bus, because this bus catches all of that. So if we were to put this over here and add in a bus, that would be fine. Or we could put it over here and add in a bus. That would also be fine. Um, because we also want to be conscious about emissions, because what people don't like is people don't like emissions. So what do we want to do, and where do we want to put it? Because there's no... This road is going nowhere, and doing nobody nothing. So this is a road that's heading off in a direction to deal with some industry things. But let's get that out of the way so that it's not a problem for us. And we have some other minor industry roads, but they probably don't matter. So ideally, let's see what happens if we increase these. So we have this road out here. So let's push it out a bit, and let's see. I also wonder if actually, rather than pushing that road out a bit, what if we took, say, a road out here a bit, right? Because what I'm thinking is, yeah, you guessed it. If we put it down here, it's not actually servicing anybody, because it's not actually connected, but it gives me a long run to either... why is this not parallel? Did I make a non-parallel road? It looks parallel. But this... somewhere there seems like there's a non-parallel road, because this to me visually doesn't look parallel. Maybe it's just the perspective messing with my brain. If we move it out here, we're sort of slightly far enough away to not mess with the what's this one? The open cut. That's this thing. That's this big, long, fancy-looking station, which puts things like down in the ground. It's a little bit out of place for 1898, to be honest, but it's something to bear in mind for the future, perhaps. So, if we put it out here, we're keeping it away from the residential in terms of the emissions, and I think we've got enough. We're slightly elevated here, so I think we've got enough of a run to make a bridge kind of over here. And then what we can do is we can loop around the side of this mountain and then head down the side of the river. And then all I need to do is put in a bus stop. So, you know, if I put in a bus stop over here and, you know, people came from here, I could be picking up people from over here. And this is weird. I don't know if this is like a graphical glitch or something, but that bus stop services this property and that property, but not the one in between. And I don't know why it's doing that. Is that just a graphics glitch? And actually, these two properties, which are marked here as being not serviced by that particular bus stop, um, is a mistake, and they are being serviced by that bus stop because it doesn't make sense that they're not. You know what I mean? Um, I don't understand why it would say that those particular two properties are not serviced. So anyway, that bus stop would pick up everybody, so I don't need to worry about that. So I think, yeah, I think I like that idea. So I think we'll move it out here. I think this is probably good enough. So we'll do that. Can we take that? No, we can't take it to there. I think if I wanted to do that, what I would have to do is maybe, can I do that? And then do that, and then do that. Right. So what we can then do is we can put, which bus stop will we do? Oh, let's just do the classic old style bus stop. We can literally do the old style bus stop here. In fact, you could just do it here, right outside. So the bus will come down, it'll do a little loop at the end, and it'll stop there, which is great. So we go in here, and we go to our line, which is the Arrecife bus line, and that is Calderes, and it's heading around. So we want to add in a station, and that will be this station. So it will come from Cal Orest, it will come down here, it'll go to Cal de Escorial, and then it'll go to Cal de Tokyo, then Cal Jacintos, and that will pick up all of the people that it needs to pick up on the bus line, and that's fine. Don't need to worry about that. That will help service that. That will get people over there. So that's servicing that. That's servicing all of the residential area. So we have all these people. That's fine. Right. Other end. Columnar Viejo. Where is Columnar Viejo residential? It's all over here. And we have a bus stop that services all of that. A little bit more congested over here, but obviously this is where the line's going to come through. We've got some stuff to deal with. We might. This is elevated, so it's probably likely to be a bridge, or at least an elevation. Oh, I didn't want to get rid of you. Can I node you? I'll just run a road over there. That was not a very straight road. Last minute twitches. Alright, let's try again. Oh, it's because it's snapping to it. Oh, I see. That is the difference in road width. Can we do that? Right, and then you're not messing with me. And then I can do that, and do that, and do there, and do this, and say, can we please make this a straight line? Right, so make that a straight line. Oh, I think I deleted the house anyway. Sorry! I tried my best. I wasn't paying attention. Right. So we want the same over here. Over here we want over here we does. And we want it facing in that direction. So yeah, so you can see it's already looking pretty elevated. So we can pull it back a bit. Again, we're going to be putting in a train station. So that's fine. So we can pull it back a little bit. It's on this hillside. I can lift it up so it's more level with here. So that's just up and down. So that looks kind of fine-ish. I'm trying to... Oh, that's not really exactly fine-tuning. Oh, that's because I'm using R2. R1. So that I think is a straight shot down towards the river. So we'll put it there. Now he's on a bit of a wonky angle, which is, I don't have a problem with that. In fact, I you know, sometimes things like that help with making making cities look a little bit more like realistic cities. We can actually run a road. If we run it parallel, let's go down this side so we're having a look at it. Try and run it as parallel to this chappie as possible. I think that looks pretty good. And then what we can do is we can run this straight across here, like that, and we can delete that. And then we've got this angular thing going on here, which is also fine. And then this road can connect in straight, like that. We will need a road across the bottom here. So that's fine. It's gonna probably, we'll keep that short for now. I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to extend this out so that I don't end up messing with various nodes and things. And then whop that across. Is that close? I think, can we do closer? That's too close. That's probably okay. Right, so we do that. We do that. We have this. I'm okay with that. I think it adds that little extra dimension because you've got this, like, you know, angular thing in here. And we want to give them a bus stop too. And the best place to give them a bus stop is literally right outside the train station. So these people over here at Columnar, that is, well, let's see now. They're starting at 1. They're coming from 2. So there's only 2 of them. So this will be after 2. Alright, so it goes from here, it goes up there, it comes all the way around down to the train station, then goes back up to 1. I mean, much of a muchness, I think. So we'll add it in here. So yeah, so there you go. So that creates that little loop for the bus station, the bus people. While we're here, it seems like we need some more of these. Very bad condition, that's why. So what we want to do is we want to replace that guy, and I don't know, let's say we're going to want 4 for now, I think. Which reminds me, let's have a look at what's Arrecife looking like. Arrecife bus. Arrecife bus. A couple of them, well, they're all not in great condition, so we may as well go through here and upgrade these all to, oh, I doubled them all, which was not what I wanted. So that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll get rid of 4, because I wanted some more, but I didn't want doubles, so that's 12. Because then that obviously creates extra demand, because we're going to create this train station, which is going to create, hopefully, the ability for people to go places and do stuff and thing. And that's all well and good. Right, let's start up here. Train tracks. Train tracks, trackety trains. We're going to run it parallel to this. So this is a single track down here. So this is probably where it starts to bend. So we'll do that, and then what we'll do is we will take this one, and let's see what it says if I were to just do this. Yeah, it says ground level, which is not what we want. So from about here, so that'll give us a big old run up to here, and then that'll put us at the correct height to be over the road. So I think we probably do want to keep it as straight as possible. So if we do that and then do this, right, we have this. That's a massive embankment. It is a massive embankment. Wonder if we were to smoothie, how much smoothie could we get out of it? Some? Yeah, I mean it's not dreadful. painfully bad embankment. It sort of decided to go a little bit smoother there. So that's maybe okay. Let's wrap it up and see. So this should then become bridge from here. We're probably going to want to keep it high across to here, and then we're going to want to start dropping it. So we'll keep it straight. Oh, is this elevated already? Oh, so we're so the landform changes slightly here, does it? No, you're going down. I want you to go straight. Yeah, okay. No, that's fine. It was something to do with the thingy. So I probably wanted to come across to here as a bridge. So that's fine, and we can make that the proper old style bridge. No, the proper old style bridge. It doesn't like it because there's a bridge collision on that bit of road. Are you kidding me? Right, suit yourself. Bridges. Pudgy. Right. That one's fine. Right, Mr. Bridge. I need to get you over here, like this. No, flat. So that's flat. How close can we get? That looks like it's marginally sensible. Can I then do this? I tell you what, I don't need to be that high. I need you to go from there to there. Why are you now at an angle? What happened there? Did I angle that by mistake because I wasn't paying attention? Right, straight line and flat and there. Straight line. Right. It could do with an extra pillar, but I'm not going to complain for now because bridges are a pain. So from there then, what we want to do is we want to run it down to there. How's that look? That's not too bad. I mean, it's got slope, which is, that's fine. But hopefully we're going to be running some powerful trains up here, and we can manage that a little bit. So I'm just giving this a little bit of a smooth, just on the lead up here, which is affecting this whole kind of wider area. But that's fine. I'm okay with that. Yeah, so that's okay. It comes up and it runs flat, and then it runs flat in, and that's fine, and I'm okay with that. So we just need to go and have a look at the other end before we'll do the simple bit, which is the connections. So up here, down here, round about here. Now, what we kind of know is doing an angle bridge is a significant pain in the butt-minsky. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a marker, and that marker is going to be there. And I'm then going to ask myself the question, am I prepared for this? 1, 2, 3, 4. It's probably going to need to be higher because that is higher, isn't it? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Well, if this is already higher, what if we go under? What if we go under this one and we make it a tunnel? In which case, a tunnel's easier, and we just go 1, 2, 3, 4, and we just go straight under, like that. Look at that. Doesn't that keep it? Doesn't that keep it? I mean, we'll do it straight, perhaps. So that keeps it simple. We go just under, and then we come back up again. When do we get to the flat? We get to the flat about there. That's okay. Is it still? We're still not quite level. It's making this very long trench to about there, and then I think if we were to say, why does it want to do that? If we want, I want it to be flat. Why are you going down? That's weird. What is it doing? Now it wants to become a bridge because there's another dip there. So is that let's go back to here where we come out of the tunnel, and we're saying that we kind of want to be here. So if I draw a connector there, just as a connector, and then we say, right, we want to be there, and we want to be there. Let's have a look. Right, comes out of this cut, but then it's level here, cuts through this hill, and comes up flat. That's fine. That doesn't look too bad. That looks reasonable-ish. I just want to check I can do it twice, so that we don't end up with weirdness. And then obviously, yeah, this corner, is this a 120 corner? It drops off, right? So we don't want it to drop off. We want it to be fast. So we don't want any droppage in the service here. So what do we need for 120 corner? That's fine. What about this one? Will you do 120 for me? Why are you not working? Is there some purpose and reason that you're not doing that? Why you... you people. Right. What is the matter with you? Why are you saying 53? What's happening here? What is going on? It's clashing with something somewhere. There's very definitely something weird going on. Let's take it back a notch and start again. Right, I don't know what that was. Some weird node error. Right, okay, so that will do that. We have that little tunnel, which is okay. Ooh, that's less than perfect. That's definitely less than perfect. I'm kind of thinking I probably have to be honest, lengthen that tunnel a bit. So could I bring you out? No, I don't want you to be. I want you to be a tunnel. Can you not? Why are you not being a tunnel for me? I mean, I've literally got you as a tunnel. Right, where is this now? Right, let's start further back. Let's start further back. No, I want you to be there you go. That's a better length. Let's make sure you're straight. You look straight. So, we have a better length of tunnel. Take you to there. And then I think actually I'm going to need to just get this grade 100% by starting down here. Right? There you go. That's better. Right, there you go. So, heads off, travels under there, which makes a lot more sense. It's further away from the train track. We can get our smoothie tool and do that a little bit, which might help. We can do that a little bit. We can take that sharp shoulder off. We can take that sharp shoulder off, and now it looks like it's a bit of a run down. Some of that's a bit wonky donkey sharp, which is fine. It's a bit wonky donkey sharp. Right, and we don't like these things. There we go. Right, okay. So I'm just going to run a line up here, basically just following the contour of the river. And then we'll have a look at setting up a line and picking a loco, shall we? I'll see you all in a second. See you soon. Right, welcome back. Here we are. So look, I've added it in with signals. No, I still had loopy loop, and I double lined a lot just because I may as well just do it now. I mean, I'm kind of hoping that this will be popular. This is kind of nice. Came through here because this guy was elevated. It just did a little tunnel. It's kind of worked out. I mean, I'm okay with that. Yeah, I mean, I've got the money, so whatever, we can afford it. I may as well. So we just come through here, walk on through here, and then straight on up, and then straight on in here. So this is our commuter service. So what are we going to put on it to start with? Right, let's have a look. Well, it's long distance, so we're going to have to use the 10-wheeler. So it's going to have to be 10-wheeler driven because it's going to have to make us money. And this is the only one we have. Carry 16. Oh, what do we think? Should we start with 2 of them? I think we start with 2 of them. 3.5 million, 124,000 a year, just for the clear story. So that's what, 248, say 250. 250 plus that is going to be 590. So 590,000 a year. So hopefully this guy can make me money. So we're going to buy him, and we're going to see, and we're going to whop him on, and the line is the Arrecife to Columnar commuter train. Right? And we're going to let him go out. Now, there's going to be a delay, obviously, in demand and pickup. So I think he's going to get down here, and there's going to be nobody, Mr. Nobody. I mean, I could compel him to wait and see what happens, but I think we're just going to have him go all the way up to the top, and we'll have him run all the way up to the top and see what happens, and then we might have to run him all the way back down again and see what happens, because it's going to take a little while for this to populate with people, I think, and it's going to just take that long. Is this a bus coming this way? Is there anybody on it? There's 5 people already on it. You know what? I might actually hold him. So what we'll do is I'll go in here on the line and Arrecife East, and I'll put it on full load, and let's just see, because there's another bus. There's a few buses here. You can see we've added some stuff in the line, which is starting to back up a little bit. So he's dropped off 5. Has he dropped off 5? No, none of them wanted to go anywhere. That's one person. Are they getting off? They're not even getting off. So these people haven't even recognized that there's a line yet. Is anybody going to get on my train? I built this for you people. Bad marketing. I blame the marketing department. Yay! 2 people. Oh, here's some person. Here's some people. That is a crazy nurse lady and some bloke. So, are there any other walkers coming this way? Don't see any other walkers coming this way. Are they going to drop some people off? Oh, they appear to drop off outside and come in. Oh, I see. Oh, he's off. Oh, he's run away. He's run off because his time limit. He's carrying nobody. What? How's that? You left and there's people there? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 mister. You just head right back there. Yeah, you go. You all fired beans, man. Running off. There's people waiting. There's people waiting. I don't want you going complete. There's 5 people now. 5 people. What happened? Nothing. Save. There's 5 people. So let's not travel empty, old Mister rushing around, Jawsasaurus. Let's see. So yeah, so we're getting some people here. That's 6 people, which is hunky dory. I mean, it's it's not 32, but it's. Are they got more people popping off? Doesn't look like it. Right, 6 might be your number. He's not going to hang around forever. He's going to eventually get lost. I'm I might just, until it gets started, I might have to do that at both ends actually, now that I come to think about it. I've got the stop time at 3 minutes. That's probably fine. You're on the wrong platform, lady. Oh, yes, I know multiple vehicles are in very bad condition. We got up to 7. So we're getting up a little bit. How many are waiting here so far? Nabday. So they haven't even figured what's going on yet. We are getting things coming this way, aren't we? We are, just nobody's getting off. So I do hope this is working. It should work. I don't see any reason why but normally I would expect people to be getting off here for the return leg. I just want to make sure that we're not... Yeah, it's recognizing the bus stop there. It's being connected. Definitely got a line going. Yeah, I'm quite surprised nobody's getting off there. Right, we must be on our way. Where are we? There he is. There he is. He's on his way. So we're on our way. So we're doing stuff, and we're on our way, and we're going places, which is something interesting, obviously, to see and do. 8 people out of 32, so that's not too bad. I mean, it's some. And I'm not super convinced about commuter lines like this, but we'll see. I mean, this is the start of something wonderful, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. So again, I've got things to do. I've got to manage this line, and I absolutely have to go around and sort out the very bads and replace some of the last horse-drawn carriages with the steam-powered carriages and everything else. Have a think about that little steel route that I was talking to you about, and see what I want to do about that, and balance a few things and see how this goes. And if this goes okay, possibly think about connecting up some more places with passengers, maybe Tomaluso and Coleslaw. We'll see how they go. Anyway, yeah, we're forging ahead. I do hope you like it. Please do click that like. Subscribe to the channel if you are clicking that like. Feel free to chuck in a super thanks. And as always, don't forget to check out all of the other benefits on my channel, such as membership, Patreon, and the merch store. And I will see you all again real soon. Ta-ta for now.